Referee David Lorado gets set to begin the next contest. It's a 56-kilogram contest between William Encarnacion from the Dominican Republic. He's in the red corner. And Alberto Melian from Argentina, he is in the blue corner. Encarnacion, 24 years old. He took bronze at the 2012 Independence Cup, silver at the 2011 Dominican National Championships, and bronze again at the Bolivarian Alternative Games in Barquisimeto, Venezuela last year. As mentioned, he's 24 years old as Encarnacion. He's got a sharp left jab, as you can see right there. His opponent, Alberto Melian, 22-year-old, took first at the 2012 Argentinian National Selection Tournament. He was at the 2011 AIBA World Championships, took bronze at the Pan American Games qualifier last year as well. So both of these boxers have had their experience both locally as well as internationally. Now they're vying for a spot to London. Looks like they've already earned it, given the fact that they've gotten this far. There were 4 spots left in the 56-kilogram contest or weight class coming into this contest, this tournament. And therefore, having advanced to this position already, both of these boxers have earned their ticket to London. They've qualified by getting here. That means that this is for the glory of taking the big prize, the first place prize at this tournament. But make no mistake, you are watching 2 Olympians already for 2012. Not only that, you may even be catching a preview of one of those contests. These 2 guys will likely face each other in London once again. So this is a good testing ground. Again, Encarnacion out of the red corner from Dominican Republic, Melian out of the blue corner from Argentina. Nice crafty left counter hook by Melian. And Encarnacion is circling from the outside. He uses a double up jab followed by a right hand, does Encarnacion. He gets down low, he squats, rips a left to the body. Nice counter left by Melian. Melian up against the ropes. He now has Encarnacion up against the ropes. The referee issues a caution, separates the boxers. Again, issues a caution to Melian to keep his head up. Encarnacion would be well served to continue using that jab. He's got long arms. They're just made for the jab. And if he continues to use it not once but twice, not twice but thrice, he could really start to make a mark, because Encarnacion looks like he's got the physique to take him really far in this sport. Taller, leaner, long-limbed boxers always do well if they stick to the fundamentals and box from the outside using their jab. The referee issues a caution to Encarnacion for cuffing. And Melian needs to figure out a way to get inside. The long-armed Encarnacion, he wants to try and use his good footwork and good fundamentals as well to get to the body, get on the chest of Encarnacion and let shots go to the body. There's a high guard by Encarnacion, leaving a lot of room. The midsection. We'll get the score in just a moment. It's 4-2. Melian after the first round, so he's done so far yeoman's work. But Encarnacion looks like he may have plans for the remainder of this contest. You see the nice high defense by Melian. Some action from round number 1 as Encarnacion and Melian tangle up there up against the ropes. See that left jab by Encarnacion. Great slip by Melian to avoid it. Sails right past his ear, whizzes by, but you don't get a point for that. No way. You only get points for clear, concise punching with the front of the glove to the head and the body of your opponent. The AIBA judges at ringside are very well trained. Many of them you'll see in London. The the ITO, the technical staff of AIBA, the best in the business. And now Encarnacion has Melian up against the ropes. Melian using good lateral movement, good footwork. Nice sneaky left jab by Melian. Gets inside and knocks back the head of Encarnacion. As the referee separates the two boxers, Encarnacion really needs to get behind that jab. He could use it both offensively and defensively. Right now, he needs to use it more offensively to set up a big right hand. And Melian doing a good job of keeping the action close, of tying Encarnacion up, making it virtually impossible for Encarnacion to get any extension on his punches. So that's some good, smart boxing by Melian. When the action's in close, he doesn't mind it. He stays calm in the pocket and waits for an opportunity to sneak some shots to the body. There's a nice jab, so Melian has been finding a home for that jab because he's close enough to Encarnacion, which is exactly what the shorter boxer wants to do. It's where he wants to be. That's good real estate to occupy when you're in the ring. And now Encarnacion letting his hands go. A little flurry there in the middle of the ring, in the middle of the round, and Encarnacion really starting to let his hands go now. He's starting to rip shots. He's not going to be able to get full extension on them, not at that close range, but he's still going to impress the judges by his work output. And again, the referee separates the boxers. Nice counter left hook, crafty by Alberto Melian of Argentina. Melian tries to sneak a lead right hand in, misses. The boxer separated, a caution to Encarnacion, who comes out with that jab. They say this game is easy if you've got a jab. Encarnacion has the weapon. Does he know how to use it properly is the question. Perhaps he needs to open up that handbook that came with the weapon. Start with the owner's manual. Learn how to use that jab, how to have your feet placed, and how to use your whole body to get that out there. A nice power jab. There's also the speed jab, another type of jab used to keep in your opponent's face. But Encarnacion hasn't really gotten either of them down just yet, at least not in this contest. And now as Melian turns, he starts to turn his back, which is prohibited in this sport of amateur boxing. A nice right hand, a chopping right by Encarnacion. That one scored to the chin of Melian. But again, you see how Melian does a good job tying up Encarnacion. Encarnacion needs to take a step back at this point. He needs to take a step back so he could get extension on his punches and so he could pick his punches. Choose to go to the body, choose to go to the head. When he's in that close, he's really a victim of his own circumstance, and whatever he could get off, he gets off, and whatever lands, lands, but it's not where he wants to be. He was down on points in round number 1. And as we get set to see the score of round 2, again, it's Melian by 2 points. That's going to bring the total 10-6 after 2 rounds. So you have to hand it to Alberto Melian. He's smart. He's boxing a smart contest here. He uses good footwork to stay outside of the range of the jab of Encarnacion, and then when he gets inside, he ties up like that, preventing Encarnacion from scoring any effective punches. Long right hand by Encarnacion, as you see there, some action from round number 2. Left hand by Melian. You can see it snap back the head of Encarnacion. And we are all set for round number 3. Again, let's reiterate, both of these boxers, Alberto Melian from Argentina and William Encarnacion from República Dominicana, are both already going to London. They've qualified. Coming into this tournament, there were 18 boxers and 4 spaces. And by making it to the semifinals, as you're watching right now, these 2 boxers have already qualified along with the two boxers you'll be seeing next. Robenelson Vieira from Brazil and Oscar Valdez from Mexico. So this right here is for bragging rights. But like I say, it's also going to be a good preview for what we will see in London later this year. These guys could expect to meet each other in various forms, preliminaries or subsequent matches in 2012 London Games. So now they tie up again. That is much to the benefit of Alberto Melian, as Encarnacion needs to start to work behind that jab. He's chasing Melian down. He's throwing one punch at a time, is Encarnacion, and as a result, he has not been able to rack up the points needed to reverse the tide of Alberto Melian. Nice left hook by Melian right there, and a good 1-2 combination in close. So Melian does his work inside, then he gets outside and stays away. You see he does a good job slipping some of those hooks by Encarnacion. Some good footwork, some good lateral movement. Fighting the perfect fight is Alberto Melian. It's starting to get loud in here also, as the Melian supporters really like what they see. And now Melian up against the ropes. He's closed up in a clamshell right there. That's a good defensive position to be in. May look like he's taking shots, but he's not. He's down low. He's got behind the high guard, making it virtually impossible for Encarnacion to find an opening. And again, why Encarnacion being so close, he really can't get extension, nor can he really see where his target is. He's just too close. He needs to get some space. Spatial awareness, one of the key criteria to effective boxing. And now the referee issues another caution, this time to Encarnacion for keeping his head down. The boxers are separated. And again, Melian doing a good job. You see how he has both of his arms around the left shoulder of William Encarnacion, making it virtually impossible. He gets a caution for that, but you know what? The clock keeps ticking, and he holds on to his lead. Chopping lefts and rights by Encarnacion. Melian very slick right now. He knows he's got this one in the bag. He's starting to showboat a little bit. It doesn't matter. It is in the books. Excellent performance. Brilliantly contested by Alberto Melian. Again, neither boxer anything to be ashamed of. Why, you ask? I will tell you, because you are looking at two Olympians. You'll see him again in 2012 at the London Games. But right now, Melian comes away with the victory. Hard fought, great strategy. You see his corner, no doubt played a big part as architects of this style. And both boxers will come to scratch for the official decision. Complete. Congratulations to Alberto Melian from Argentina, only 22 years old. He will be representing his country proudly on Orgulloso in London. Stay tuned for the next contest, also in the 56 kilogram weight class. This is Castle Chat.